Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Daryl and this is Future Proof. In this channel, I teach you guys how to invest into cryptocurrencies, how to save your buying power, and most importantly, how to be profitable in the space. Right now, as you can see, the market is still red. We're still in extreme fear and I have my lights on red to relate to the market. But in this video, guys, I want to share with you guys some important information that's been going around, and I want to share with you guys my view and what I'm doing, because I don't believe we're in a bear market, even though the TA is also saying that there's potentially more downside, because I've been in this space multiple times and I know that the market tends to do the opposite of what everyone thinks it's going to do. With that said, a lot of you guys are losing hope in this market. You've lost money and you don't understand what is going on and you're trying to make sense of it. I'm going to try in this video to share with you guys some things that you actually need to look at instead of looking at the prices, because sometimes, from my experience, most of the development happens in this space when the prices are down. They don't happen when the prices are pumping, right? And there's a lot of development happening and there's a lot of big players making big moves, and I want to share this with you guys to help you guys understand that time in the market beats timing the market. Okay, the longer you've been in crypto, you've definitely made money, all right, compared to if you're just trying to time the market, you're winning and you're losing. And a lot of you are going to panic sell right now, thinking that the price of Bitcoin could crash to 20,000 and you don't want to take this loss. Well, there's 50% chance that happens. There's also 50% chance that Bitcoin literally explodes from here. And I'm going to be sharing a couple of things with you guys. First off, we can see that the fear and greed index is still at extreme fear. But definitely we've hit the bottom of these, and whenever we hit the bottom of this fear and greed index, we definitely always see a bounce. So I am expecting a nice bounce for BTC soon. This is not me telling you go buy Bitcoin or sell Bitcoin. This is me telling you what I'm looking at. All right. Another thing that I'm very looking at is the illiquid supply of Bitcoin. Few understands this, but what you see in purple means the amount of Bitcoin that is basically no longer on exchanges. People bought the Bitcoin and they put it in cold storage because they're not planning on selling it, making it illiquid. Okay, so what we're seeing here is whenever the illiquid supply of Bitcoin rises, we saw the price rise with it, and whenever it's dropping, we saw the price drop with it. But what we have here is a divergence where the illiquid supply of Bitcoin is rising and the price is going down. What I foresee happening when I see a chart like this is that Bitcoin is getting closer and closer to what's called a supply shock. What is that? That means there's going to be a point where no one's going to want to sell their Bitcoin and all these people are going to try to buy Bitcoin, but there's not enough Bitcoin to go around. There's only 21 million Bitcoin, all right? There's over 21 million millionaire, all right? So with that in mind, understand that a lot of people will not be able to even own one Bitcoin at one point. So what will happen when we get this supply shock and basically it's going to reduce the selling pressure and literally cause the price to skyrocket and the FOMO to kick back in. So this is what I'm waiting for. I'm not fearful right now. I'm actually more bullish than ever because of this chart and a lot of the other things that I'm going to share with you. Okay. So right now we're also seeing that Microsoft just acquired Activision, which is the company behind Call of Duty, right, as their metaverse bet. What does this mean? Well, Microsoft is getting in the metaverse race, okay? Just like Facebook has rebranded himself to Meta and is trying to be the metaverse of metaverse, Microsoft is trying to enter this race, and you're going to see a lot of major companies also try to enter this race. Why? Because the metaverse is the future. Look at what happened with the right? Most people were stuck at home. They couldn't go out. And when why the metaverse is going to be so valuable is that a lot of people are going to spend majority of their time in the metaverse buying products, doing anything, hanging out with their friends. It is the future. So companies like major luxury brands are going to be advertising to people in the metaverse because they're not spending time in the real world. They need people's attention. That's how they make money. So I'm expecting a lot of more hype and a lot of more metaverse move coming forward, which is why you should definitely consider accumulating some Mana. Mana is my #1 metaverse crypto pick because it is the first decentralized metaverse platform. So just like Bitcoin is the first decentralized currency, I think Mana has first movers advantage, and also they have a massive treasury, over billions. Okay, so if they use this money wisely, Mana can definitely be one of those top players in the metaverse, which it already is. All right. So next couple weeks we have the Senate's going to meet to talk about the energy consumption of Bitcoin, and then we have Intel coming out basically where they're selling the upcoming Bitcoin mining chip that is going to reduce the amount of energy that is consumed to mine Bitcoin. Guys, this is everything so bullish on the trajectory of where Bitcoin is going, right? Whenever there's a problem, we come up with a solution because we want Bitcoin to work. And this should make you extremely bullish, because whatever they're saying, Bitcoin was being used for illicit activities. And then we were able to prove that this is a lie, because you can track everything on the blockchain. So people trying to do money laundering would be stupid to use Bitcoin. All right. Now they try to blame, oh, Bitcoin is consuming too much energy. And then we know this is a lie, because Bitcoin is consuming less than 1% of the world's energy right now. But they're trying to make it seem like it's consuming more. Why? Because the banks see Bitcoin as a threat. Why? Because if everyone migrates to Bitcoin, they wouldn't, in cryptocurrencies, they wouldn't want to have these banks that are literally providing them with 0.01% APY on their savings account. This is the reality we're living in, and you need to understand how this all fits in the bigger picture, and why literally the effect that Bitcoin is having on the world, literally helping the unbanked all over the world, and how that is going to grow. Okay, most of you guys are worried about the short-term volatility of BTC, but what you're failing to understand is that Bitcoin has a limited supply of 21 million. All right, there's way more millionaires than that, and there's way more countries that are printing unlimited amount of money to sustain their economies. And all that money will flow into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin will literally be sucking in a lot of this money from the banks, from bonds, from the stock market, and so much more. So this is why you need to have a longer term outlook, because you're being played by these short term volatilities. Now, when I was in this space way early on, I remember in 2018 that Google and Facebook came out and they were banning crypto advertisement. Okay, that was one of the major cause for the big Bitcoin bear market in 2018. Now you're seeing that Facebook is getting into crypto. They try to even create their own digital currency. And now they're getting into metaverse. So basically everything that crypto has been building these years that they were shutting down, now they're joining them. You can't beat them, they're joining them. So now we have Google cards to store Bitcoin and crypto report. So they're trying to get into this now. Understand, why would you want to sell when the biggest companies in the world are now getting in? It doesn't make any sense. And the only reason that it may make sense to you is because you're only focusing on the price, right? You're only focusing on the price. If you focused on the price way back then, right, when we had this bear market, and you sold way at the bottom, right, instead of just holding, you missed out the entire move. This is long-term investment. Investing into crypto is a long-term investment because we know how fast this space moves. And this is why I needed to make this video, is to kind of remind you guys, why are you investing in this space? It's because you want literally life-changing wealth, not just money, wealth. Okay, there's a difference. You want to make sure that your family in the future has a good life and that you're not poor. So why would you sell future money for old money? It doesn't make sense, which is why I'm so into crypto, and I'm very fortunate to have gotten into this space. All right, now let's get it. Jack Dorsey block is paving the way for Bitcoin. We saw Jack Dorsey literally left Twitter so he can entirely focus on Bitcoin. Why? Because he realizes that Bitcoin is literally the absolute currency that is going to suck everything in, and he sees it as one of the biggest opportunities of our lifetimes. Right? Crypto is the biggest opportunity of our lifetime right now. And if you can't understand that, I don't know what else to tell you. All right. But regardless, we're seeing that that Dorsey now rebranding basically to block, like Cash App to block, and they're also going to integrate with the Lightning Network. They want everybody to be able to use Bitcoin, send Bitcoin, and also help the world be banked. Okay, so this is very bullish. So I have this chart that was posted by Michael Van de Poel, where he's stating that whenever we enter this area right here, we tend to see a massive reversal in the price of BTC. Okay, and we are in this area. While some of you are panic selling, the whales are buying. Right. So he, just like me, is expecting a nice bounce. And I also want to point this out. These are all the reason why Bitcoin is literally the best investment you can make in terms compared to gold and the fiat. It is verifiable. Okay, gold, basically you might be investing in a gold fund, but you don't know if they really hold that amount of gold because they're not transparent about it. It is fungible. Okay, it is portable. You try to travel $1 million of gold bars. Tell me how that worked out. All right, you can travel with millions of dollars in Bitcoin and go anywhere in the world and be able to use that. All right, or convert it to that currency. So it is durable, and it is divisible. So, like for example, gold. Try to break a gold bar and give someone half. You can't, but you can buy like 0.25% of a Bitcoin, and you can send however amount. It is scarce. Okay, there is a limited supply of 21 million. While gold is not scarce. If the more money they invest into mining gold, the more gold that can be mined. And the more gold that can be mined, basically increasing the supply of gold. So it is not as scarce as people think. And definitely fiat money is not scarce because governments can print as much as they want. All right. And it is censorship resistant. And I think this is one of the most important because back in the day, if you held gold, they would take your gold or put you to prison. But you can literally memorize your private key and access your Bitcoin anywhere in the world at any time. All right. So this is definitely something to keep in mind. And it is decentralized. All right. Everything on the blockchain, it's decentralized. So, guys, this is a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I just want to remind you guys because I know a lot of you are just watching price and not understanding the fundamentals. Since I started being in this space, the fundamentals have never been better, ever. Back then, they were called Bitcoin a scam, called Bitcoin a Ponzi scheme, called Bitcoin rat poison. Now you have billionaires saying that you need to have Bitcoin in your portfolio to diversify. All right. This is a major change in verbiage, And you can see all these billionaires, follow the billionaires. They're billionaires for a reason. Okay. They're getting into the space. Now you have Facebook, Google, all of them getting into space. And what you need to understand is, regardless if the price is going down and you're frustrated, you cannot leave this space yet. I'm urging you, do not leave this space because time in the market beats timing the market. Understand that. Regardless if you hold, it will appreciate. Okay. With that said, I just want to share one last bonus thing with you guys. This is not Bitcoin related, but I have partnered with this project called TokyoTree, and this is not paid advertisement. I don't do paid advertisement. My channel's not even monetized, so shouldn't even be getting ads because I just do this to share information with you guys, and I do it for free and not ask you guys for anything in return. Okay, which also some of you, if you're not subscribed to my Patreon, do not feel that oh I don't talk about a coin or anymore and so on. I don't owe you that. Okay, I don't owe you that. I give you free content, and you all should do your own research based on this information. But I want to talk about TokyoTree because this is a NFT project that I'm a part of, and they're minting very soon. There's going to be 3,333 trees. They're minting for 0.08 Ethereum. And the reason I want to bring this up to you guys is because this project is different than any other projects I've been in. I've been in a lot of NFT projects. I've made a lot of money in VV NFTs because I've been telling you guys about VV NFTs way early on. I got all my patrons and we made tremendous amounts. Some of the NFTs that we're buying, they're for like under $50. They're like over thousands of dollars on VV right now. I've also made some good gains on NFTs on OpenSea. I'm not an NFT pro at all, but I do focus on NFTs that provide you with passive income. For example, I am an owner of Nifty League Degens, which also you get this token NFTL just for holding it. And I think that Nifty League is going to be one of the best play to earn gaming in NFTs. And I also own some Bear Deluxe, which also have been providing me with honeybees, which have been a great passive income. But what I find with these is that they have their own token that they're paying you out of, and that token can go up and down in price. What I love with this project, it is one of a kind. they are paying you out in USDC, all right? Which I found no other projects have done this. So how would this work? Basically, when they mint, all of the money from the mint is going to be staked with their AI-powered stablecoin staking algorithm to ensure the safest staking across multiple chains while returning the highest yield. All right. Every tree will receive rewards in USDC sent to their wallets every week. Okay, every week. Just for holding the tree. So this is one example of great passive income. And on top of that, all secondary sales have a 7.5% tax that's applied to them. And this tax is then sent to the staking pool as well to increase your return. So the paper hands, when they're selling, that's also good for the community because you, in turn, it will increase the amount that is staked, in turn increasing the amount that you're going to be receiving weekly. All right, so I'm very, very bullish on this project. And like I said, I'm part of this project and I'm putting my face on this because I actually believe in this. I know the guys behind this project. All right, so this is nothing that I'm not expecting this to be like rug. I would never share on this something that you get rug. And a lot of you, if you get rug, it's because you don't do your research. You can tell how a community gets rug because there's not much communication with the team. This team has been great. We've been growing extremely fast. From like 2 weeks, we were already like over close to 4,000 members on the Discord. So it's growing extremely fast. So this is something that I'm really, really excited for. The art looks great. It is not like all these other arts that you're seeing out there. It is unique. It is different, which I love about it. And they're going to be airdropping once in a while. There's fertilizers that can improve or reduce the quality of your tree. That's just a gamble. And basically, depending on the rarity of your tree, will determine how much APY you'll be getting. If you are interested in this, please go check out the website. I'm also going to put the Discord link right below so that you guys can go join their Discord and throw me a shout out in there as well. And you can see, guys, that these guys, they're definitely up to something that's very, very, very different. I like what they're doing. I like the concept of it. And so far, I can tell you that the growth in the Discord and the community has been very organic. Unlike a lot of these communities that are buying up bots to make it look like they're hyped. This is not a project that's meant to be hype. You already know the downsides of hype projects. They're super hype and then they get mint and then they pump and then they dump right after. This is something that actually incentivizes you to hold it because you will be receiving USDC weekly in your wallet. All right. So I'm really excited to be part of this project and I'm really excited to share this with you guys. Everyone in my Patreon group automatically gets whitelisted. So it still might be early for you to join the Patreon and get whitelisted. There's not very more spot. I'm actually not even trying to open more spots in my Patreon because I love that we have such a strong community. We're like a family now. And I fear that if it gets so much bigger, that this family aspect of the Patreon group may not be the same. So this is why I haven't been really opening new spots in the Patreon group. If some people have left, definitely it's an opportunity for you to get in and join because you know that when the market bounce back, we're going to be in some of the strongest coins and make some of the biggest gains. So yeah, please go check their website, TokyoTree.com. I'm going to link it right below this video. And I'm also going to put the Discord right below as well. This to me, I think is going to be a great project and I'm really excited to be a part of it. All right, guys, this is all that I have for you guys today. I hope that you guys found some value on this video. And remember, I'm not bearish on the price of BTC. We still have not made a lower low from this previous low. We're actually holding very well. And this could be a massive double bottom reversal. All right, we want to see a pump from BTC back above 50,000, which I think could happen if we do get that supply shock. MACD on the daily is still bullish. We had the RSI fake out, so we didn't see that massive pump because it started trending back lower. But there is a possibility that BTC goes back down to 3,500. I am expecting very strong support, but I doubt it. I do think that a lot of people are getting in the space very soon, like big institution, big money. So I'm basically waiting for that. All right, if you did find value, you know what to do. Please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification. Let me know how you feel. Drop a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are in this market, if you agree, if you disagree with what I had to share. I'm just coming out here to kind of like reassure you guys that we're not done. You're gonna see a lot of people start getting freaked out saying they're out. I'm not out. I've never been out. I'm in for a long run. If you're in for the long term, this volatility should not affect you, period. All right, so that's all I have for you guys. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's staying safe, and most importantly, future proof.